or it can be metabolized by the liver there. It can also get into circulation. So I'm just going to kind of write this like this. So I'm going to write this. I'm just going to draw a pretend vein or in this case, artery. So it can get into circulation. So somehow it's going to be metabolized and it's going to get into circulation. And then after that, it can also be metabolized again by the liver. So it can be metabolized again by the liver. I'm putting that as 5 prime. I guess I should really put that as 6. Okay, we'll put that as 6. Sorry, changing 6. It can possibly be metabolized by the kidneys. So I'm drawing the kidneys in. So I'm drawing kidneys in there. So we're going to write 6 prime for reals. 6 prime can be metabolized by kidneys. Or it can also be metabolized in the lungs. So we'll call that 6 double prime. I'm going to draw in some lungs here. So I drew in some lungs, and then I'm going to write 6 being metabolized in the lung. Okay, and so what's happening? A lot of this is what's happening with this first pass metabolism. Okay, so I'm going to write via in the stomach. So I'm going to draw that stomach again. We're zooming in now. We're zooming into the stomach. So we've got our stomach. And what happens, so this is our stomach. And what happens is that there's a lot of veins surrounding the stomach, and where all these veins go, so we can draw, so we have some kind of a network of veins, etc., on the outside of the stomach, and where they take all this blood is straight to the liver. So all these veins empty out into the portal vein, which hits up the liver. It's directly connected to it. So these are going to go, the liver, which is, I'm going to draw this like this. So I'm going to write here, portal vein. And this is the liver. And then I'm going to write the path of the drug. Okay, so basically what I have is the drugs going through the portal vein and it's emptying out into the liver. So that's the first thing. If your drug goes into the bloodstream from the stomach, the first place that blood from the stomach is going to go is the liver, which is really smart, so that if you eat a poison apple from your stepmother, you don't fall asleep because of the sleepy poison. You don't want that to happen. Not all of us are looking for a Prince Charming to wake us up. Okay. So we don't want that to happen. Okay. So basically everything's going to go through and hit the liver. And then afterwards, actually as well, this can also go through the inferior vena cava. And this can go out to the kidneys. Okay, so we have the inferior vena cava and we have the kidneys here. And so basically these are known as splenorenal shunts. Those veins there, so they're shunting blood to the kidneys and also to the spleen. So this shunts blood to the kidneys. And so these shunt to the kidneys. And then out of the kidneys, I'm going to draw it on the other side, you have the renal vein. So that's out of the kidneys. So that's going out of the kidneys, and eventually that's going to go back to your heart. And then also another thing to note is that you have the pancreatic and duodenal veins. So those are going to be veins that are coming from your small intestine. So if you're absorbing drugs from the small intestine, you have the pancreatic and duodenal veins that are going to hit the liver as well. So I'm going to draw this and just say pancreatic. Well, actually it's coming from your large intestine in that case. So if you absorb drugs in your large intestine, it can go through the liver. It's just not ideal. It's pretty crappy. The pancreatic vein is coming from your pancreas, right? It's coming from the small intestinal area. Duodenal vein is coming from towards the large intestine. Okay, so that's our zoom in on our person that we draw earlier.